everybody is born with a little something extra, and sometimes they just have to find it. A little something extra is that superpower that every single one of us has inside that motivates us and drives our passion and makes us do the things that we do.
We're all on the same team. Let's think about how we can make that team as inclusive as we can.
For those of you listening to our podcast right now, you can also check out our video podcast at alittlesomethingextrapodcast.org.
Okay, kick us off, Gigi.
We are here our podcast with the Gigi and my mom, that's Gianni,
Yeah.
and my brother Franco, producer.
Producer.
The producer.
But wait,
Yes,
Gigi,
I was
what
doing
is it
lots of
called?
producing.
A podcaster. Welcome back.
What's the name of this podcast?
How about it's right here?
I love Something Extra with Nancy Gianni and the
Extra.
Gigi.
Oh, got it. Okay, so it is a little something extra.
Yes.
And are we excited about our guest today?
Yes.
I know that you're excited about her daughter too, aren't you?
Today we have Jennifer McCormick. She stayed at home mom to 4, one which has Down syndrome and congenital heart disease. She lives on North Shore of Boston, Massachusetts. She loves her children, advocating of those with no voice like her daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, she's an advocate for
Oh.
her daughter.
And welcome to Jennifer. Welcome to Jennifer McCormick.
Woo woo! Welcome, Jennifer.
Well, thank you. It's lovely to meet you guys.
Oh my gosh, so nice to meet you. I'm so happy to have you on here, and I totally want to hear your story. So I looked at, Franco has, he gave me the sheet, but I didn't read it all. He just gave me some tidbits. So I would love to kind of hear your story. Starting with, you have 4 beautiful kids. You're pregnant with your 5th. And tell us a little bit about how you got into this social media blogging world. Tell us about Riley and your pregnancy. It looks to me like you found out that she had Down syndrome while you were pregnant. So I would just love to hear the story from the beginning.
The beginning is kind of the reason I may have started social media is I kept a lot of it in because my prenatal diagnosis was not the greatest. I was given the option to terminate quite a few times, and it was just so super stressful. I ended up having high blood pressure myself and just, suffering in silence a little. But then Riley came into this world, and oh my, just from the beginning, just so full of life, full of fight and sass.
Right.
From the beginning. Of course, her heart needed to be repaired. So down the road, 4 months later, got that done. And then COVID hit.
Oh.
So it was very isolating to have
Yes.
this little baby that's is going to need all these therapies. And I had nobody to really talk to. And then I turned to social media. And then I found all of these Instagram moms and, we're making fun videos, spreading awareness. And then here we are.
That is so awesome. And where does Riley fit in the 4 kids?
She's going after this number 5 is born. She'll be smack dab in the middle. She's number 3.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's so
Very
awesome. Wow. And that is weird, being like a COVID baby too. It's so isolating because during that time, your daughter's in the hospital, and you probably can't even have your husband in there with you. It's like, isn't it only one person?
We had visitors. Literally, it was happening as we were in the ICU. Like they were talking about all this COVID stuff, and we had visitors, that was very fortunate.
Yes.
Right as we were going home, it was like shut down. So it was It was February 2020.
Oh yeah.
So it was
of
like
course.
right after.
Yep. Yeah, that was a crazy time. So she had it at 4 months old. That's how old you were when you had your open heart surgery.
Yeah.
Well, she saw the picture of Riley after surgery, and we've got that same picture at home. So she was like, oh, look, just like me.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you said she's got congenital heart. So what does she have?
She had AVSD. Her valves were pretty leaky,
Yep.
holes in her heart, everything. Besides her having a pacemaker, which she does have because she's in heart block.
Yeah.
The cardiologist listened to her heart now, and they're like, it sounds like mine or yours.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she's doing really well in that respect.
That's fantastic. Thank God. And so when you first got that, like, so the diagnosis, of course, came first, but then after she was born and you learned of the different congenital heart defects, were you on social media yet at that time? So you were able to talk with other moms, or were you still feeling
No,
like pretty alone?
I've always liked to share, but it was always with family and friends. It was never very public. But when that was actually way harder for me to take in, because once I saw her, I didn't care. I was like, I don't know why they wanted me to abort this beautiful, amazing baby. The heart defect was very hard for me because I've never, the anxiety I have, like with medical things from the beginning, like even with myself, was always very high. And then to hear that your tiny, tiny little baby that was born almost a month early needs to have her chest ripped open. That was like,
killer.
That's
the worst.
That was hard.
Yeah. Well,
but,
and the crazy thing with that is like, it's just another day at work for those heart surgeons. But for us as parents, it's the worst day of your life.
Oh, I'll never forget that. And I mean, how strong it's made me is amazing though, because now I was never one to, like, my older son had to have his ear tubes put in or not ear tubes. I'm sorry. Scratch that. He had to have an endoscopy. So forget the ear tubes. He doesn't have ear tubes. I don't know what I'm saying. But my older son had to get put under anesthesia for something so simple, like in hindsight. And I was a disaster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since having Riley, I'm like, oh, she's had 2 sets of tubes already. She's fine.
Right?
We're good.
It really puts things in perspective. Doesn't it put things in perspective?
It really does.
I remember sitting there one time when picking up Gigi from preschool, and I remember and she was in it was a preschool she was doing at the Park District. Like, it was just it was after school care. So she was in the after school care, and I hear these moms like thinking it was a big deal because they were like, "Oh my gosh, I have to go to the dentist, and then I have this." I'm like, how about 3 therapies a week? How about open heart surgery? How about all these other things? You know, you just everything is you see things in such a different light.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so different.
Yeah.
Like and she's made me more patient. She's made me, like I said, feel so much like I can handle things so much better. It's like she's really made me stronger.
Totally.
As a mom, like I handle things just so much better because of her, you know?
How are the other siblings able to handle that? I mean, that's a pretty stressful situation.
My older 2 were around for it. And my 7-year-old son, he gets it, but my 9-year-old she really gets it, and she knows.
She's amazing.
And she's very proud of her sister. She actually it's a girl I sort of know in a couple towns over. She saw her and her aunt at the park, and she has Down syndrome. She's 4 years old, and she walked right up to them and she goes, "Hi, does your daughter have Down syndrome? My little sister Riley does."
Oh,
and introduced herself.
Yeah.
And she's just so excited. She wants to get her Lucky Few tattoo when she's old enough.
Oh my goodness.
She's my mini advocate. She's awesome. She's so proud of her sister. She's her helper in all of her classes for dance.
Oh.
She's her.
So she's 9 now. So what? She was 6 years old when she was born.
Yeah, 5. Maybe Gracie will be 10 in December, and Riley will be 4 in October. So whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 5 going on 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like the exact same situation for me when Gigi was born. So and I've been the exact same way the entire time that with just raising Gigi and just being the oldest sibling and being the biggest advocate for her and wanting to just, be as involved in any way that I possibly can. So yeah, I think it's that age gap. I think that once you're at 9 years old and she's 3 now, and being able to, kind of understand the diagnosis a little bit more.
Yes.
It makes all that difference in the world, because you're wanting to obviously be the big protector, but at the same time too, you're also wanting to be like the best friend that you could possibly be. And then best friends with everyone else with Down syndrome that you meet.
Yeah.
And when you started Gigi's, it was the same thing for me. I was like just constantly running up to other siblings of kids with Down syndrome. Being like, my sister has Down syndrome too.
I just love how she did that, and how it's just so she's so proud of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and she's not afraid. It's not like taboo, like, oh, like look at that little girl over there, because they know that that's not the way it should be,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're proud of their sister.
And opens up their heart to just accept everybody as they are. And that's what I love in that sibling component, because I feel like so many pregnant moms that come to me, or that come to Gigi's, or even that just had a baby, their biggest fear is for their sibling's life and what the sibling's life is going to be like, having a brother or sister with Down syndrome. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you could never make their life as good as it's going to be because of that sibling, right? We could never, as parents, like when people talk about my kids, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so good, they're so compatible. I'm like, I couldn't have done that without her. They are who they are because of her. They are forgiving. They are selfless. You know, they are that person because of their sibling with Down syndrome. And that's what I try to tell every parent, to take away that fear. But, you know, that fear is legit because, like you said, people are telling you that you should have terminated, that your child doesn't belong in this world. You know, so there's that implication, and people think that. And that fear is real for us then as parents, for what is it going to be like for our siblings. If people think these kids shouldn't even be allowed to be born, what are we getting into? You're getting into the most beautiful, amazing kids you'll ever have. You know, this amazing gift from God. So, yeah, I think it's pretty amazing.
That's one thing I don't know how to explain to my children.
It will come naturally. That part comes naturally.
Yeah, they're young.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Welcome back.
Big birthday, I hear.
What number?
21.
Woo!
21.
Yes, and I was telling them, talking about siblings. Siblings bring on the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like Gigi has seen what you do on a 21st birthday on a college campus, at a bar, everywhere else that her siblings have turned 21. So herself,
we have not shielded her from the world. That is
that is for sure.
Clear.
Or I mean, what else are you gonna do with your little sister? You know,
That's right.
She's gonna see everything
Yep. So
you're doing. They want to do it and then some.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be nice. I'm excited that you're finally turning 21 because I live in downtown Chicago, so I can whenever we go downtown and try to go out anywhere, Gigi isn't allowed in. And that's why she was always talking about wanting a fake ID. I'm like, okay, I'm a bad influence, but I'm not that bad of an influence.
I could just see that happening with Riley and the older two.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Especially my daughter.
Yes. I mean, yeah, because they want to bring her with everywhere. She's involved in everything. You know, my kids, there's 4 of them, and they're always hanging together. They always do everything
That makes
together.
me so happy.
Yeah,
Well, it's such an important thing. I mean, like my friends have all become way better people because of just knowing Gigi and just being able to be that much more understanding of just like all sorts of different people. And it's going to be the exact same way with your kids as well.
Yeah.
And that's the key is trying to have them all hang out together. Cause when you have a sister that's 6 years younger than you, typically, like Bella wasn't allowed to hang out with my friends, my other sister, but
Oh yeah, my older two. My oldest is a cheerleader, and now my 7-year-old son is old enough to do tackle football.
Oh, here it goes,
So
girl.
She has to cheer for him for a year, and it's torture because she doesn't want to do that.
no, exactly.
She doesn't want him there. She doesn't want to cheer for her brother.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, here we go. They fight over anything.
That's hilarious.
Mhm.
Well, Gigi, I know you want your questions, so we will.
Oh yeah. We got to give Gigi the floor. It's
Yes.
the birthday girl's turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you kids fight?
Do your kids fight?
Yes.
Just like we did.
And you know who
Yep.
instigates a lot of them is Riley. She has quite the attitude lately.
Interesting.
Does Riley have a trait where she, and I asked because Gigi had this, where she'll take something from you and not give it back, or like if she does take something, she'll walk up and just like smack you on the head with it?
She throws.
Oh,
Riley
throws, yeah.
throws. We have gates in the living room because I have the 3-year-old and the almost 2-year-old. So I mean, they get locked in there a lot.
Yeah.
Riley's and she's such a troublemaker. But she'll take things from Jameson, run away, and throw them over the gate.
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly what Gigi did,
Yep.
including with my turtle.
Yes, including your
I
turtle.
didn't hurt any turtle.
You
Jesus.
threw the turtle over the balcony, and he
Well, it's
survived.
not that bad.
And it ricocheted off a wall, and he didn't leave his shell for 3 days. So you did hurt the turtle.
The turtle was
So yes,
traumatized.
make sure you keep any turtles away from Riley.
well, he survived.
He did survive.
He did survive. You're
okay.
right, Gigi.
Okay.
All right.
He
Sorry.
survived.
All right, go ahead.
She made him tougher.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Okay, what's
so funny.
If you had one message to the world, what would it be?
If you had one message to the world, what would it be?
Well, if we're talking Down syndrome, I would say that Down syndrome isn't something to be feared. It isn't something to be eradicated.
Yep,
It's something to be celebrated.
totally.
We all have just so many differences, and that's what makes the world what it is. That's what makes the world awesome. We all need to be different.
Yep.
And I'm just so happy that I have the gift of having somebody with such differences in my life, and the gift that she brings to our family and to everybody that she meets. Everybody loves Riley.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I
Could
love
not
it.
agree more. It's a perfect
What?
message to the world.
What are Riley's favorite things to do?
Oh, that's a good question.
She loves to dance. she loves to do everything her big sister does. And dance is what my oldest does. So anytime she signs dance, she sees her sister in a leotard, she gets a little upset because Grace goes to dance like 5 times a week, and she's 3, so she's doing the intro classes.
Right.
So she's 1 too. But she follows dances at home. She just imitates everything her sister does. But besides dance, she does like school for the most part. Summer school's a little different because she's a different teacher and she doesn't like change.
Yes, totally. I get that.
I'm also a dancer too.
Oh, you like to dance too?
Yeah.
What classes do you take?
I took ballet, jazz, and hip hop production.
Hip hop production. That was her
my
favorite.
9-year-old is really getting into hip hop.
Oh, so fun.
Hip hop.
The best.
She wants to be the cool teenager doing hip hop, which I'm sure she'd love to see some of your dances.
Oh yeah, those have the best costumes too at hip hop, right?
Yeah, it does.
Those are so fun.
They're the coolest, you know.
Yes. Are you done? Can I ask my question?
Almost done.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay. Okay.
She
Hurry
just
up.
came very prepared for this one today.
Yes.
What is your favorite part about social media?
Oh, what is your favorite part about social media?
My favorite part is meeting a lot of people that I've got to meet at retreats and such has been one, like a bunch of other moms. But what I really love is I've had so many awesome messages of expectant mothers that searched the hashtag Down syndrome or the lucky few, and they came across Riley, and they've told me how they just feel so much better seeing everything she's been through and how great she's doing and how adorable she is, how smart she is. Like it gives others hope.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have seen some of this pregnant.
Totally.
And, brought some of that. I would have had a better pregnancy. I would have had,
something positive.
Just share as much. And I share too, it's just not all of it's easy. Sometimes I'm very overwhelmed, but as is motherhood.
Yes, right? Absolutely.
Is it fun having so many young kids at home?
Most of the time. It's busy.
I can vouch for that.
It's busy. It's so fun. There's, again, it's parenthood.
Yeah.
There's those times during the day where I'm like, you know what? I think I need to go for a walk.
Yes. Yes. I need to escape. Totally.
But when they all get along, those are those little little core memories that make it all worth it.
Yep, absolutely.
What are your hopes and dreams for Riley?
Oh, for Riley. Okay.
My hopes and dreams for Riley are for her to do what she sets her mind to.
Awesome.
And she will set her own limits and nobody else.
Yeah.
Which I think she's at 3 years old on her way to doing that, because her teachers even say now, like, we try to open her snacks. She says no. She's like, and it doesn't matter if it takes her 15 minutes and she misses snack time. She did it herself.
She'll do it herself. I love it.
She sets her limits, and that's the way I'm going to raise her, and hopefully I make it through because of the sass, but she's going to know she can do what she sets her mind to.
Yep, that is awesome. Well, like Gigi, I did for her future, when I thought about, when she was 3 years old, I never thought that she would be where she's at today, turning 21, totally in love with her boyfriend. Today is is it your anniversary too?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jude.
And today is our 9 months anniversary.
Wow.
Yep.
You got a serious boyfriend, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very serious boyfriend. He drives, they go out a lot, they do a lot of things together, and I didn't know that this is where I was going to be, that I'm now telling her, no, you have to wait to get married, she really...
Well, we're going to do 1 year, actually.
No, we're going to wait 3 years.
No, 1.
But that makes me so happy, because that's one thing that goes through your mind.
Yes, of course it does.
Is she going to have the typical relationships?
Yes.
Is she going to have, just typical teenage, young adult things? Like, you think about those things.
You 100% think about those things.
Because November 1st, it's going to be 1 year.
November 1st will be 1 year,
yeah.
Right? And then we had talked about like 3 years is that's a good time to be dating before you get married. So.
Believe me, then you'll have the rest of your life, and you'll be saying, "Wait a second."
You'll be just fine.
Exactly. You don't
I needed some
married
time
right
to
now.
be
You guys
myself.
are having fun.
Yes.
No.
Enjoy it.
Yep. Just.
I want to be
You're
with
young
him,
and beautiful.
So.
Enjoy it.
That's right.
Well, I want to be with him.
Okay, well,
All
you
right.
will be.
No one's
You're with him
stopping
all
you
the
from
time.
Young and in love.
Yes.
How is that? She's just like any other girl at that
Yep.
age. I am in love.
Yep.
I am.
And you can't
So-
tell me I'm not, and that's all
Yep.
there is to it. Yep. And actually, they have an amazing, amazing relationship. I don't know if you
We
see.
do.
Yeah. Check him out on. Check out her page. You'll be able to see him, and just the respect and love that they have for each other is just amazing. I mean, he is.
Well, that's great.
She's a princess. He's her king.
Well, I'm his princess.
Yes.
So
That's what I said. You're his
Sorry,
princess.
sorry.
Yep.
Opens
You
the,
are.
opens the car door for him. They're exactly what a relationship should be. It's absolutely beautiful. The respect that they have for each other and the way they treat each other. It's pretty.
if we go out somewhere, then he opens my door.
Well, of course, he opens his door. He does everything for you. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So, anyways, let me get past that.
He won't let me carry my stuff.
He doesn't let her carry her own stuff. He makes sure he carries
Oh,
it
look
all
at that. You
for
you
her.
got a good one.
Yes, yes. She's definitely quite the little princess.
I have something to carry. My phone and my headphones.
There you go.
Just that.
She likes to carry her own phone and headphones. She likes to be in charge of that stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. All right. Well, as you
Oh, I
know,
get that too.
yeah. As you know, our podcast is called A Little Something Extra. What do you think is your little something extra? What drives you to advocate? What drives you to be the fierce mama that you are?
Well, I hate to give trolls any power or people that think she's not enough, but they kind of do. They're giving me more power in the present. What gave me the power in the beginning was the horrible MFM doctor.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's you know what, I'm here and I'm gonna be her voice as long as I have to be, and then I'm gonna teach her to be a self-advocate and show the world what she's made of, and just try to break the stigma. Just show them what's what.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
show
don't let anyone put
it's
you
not
down.
just to show them, because honestly, I really, people like that are just like, how social media can be.
Totally. You
I don't
yeah.
really want to give them the time of day, but
Totally.
you know what? It's like they're not going to stop us. Nobody's going to stop
No.
us.
And you
I'm
know
just
what?
going to show the world what she's made of.
Totally. And I think and now that Gigi is bigger on social media and doing more things, I think
And famous.
as she says, I think the important thing is that she addresses the trolls. So when someone comes on there and makes fun of her or does something, she usually responds with the reason why, the actual reason why. Well, I have low muscle tone. So, so she explains why she does things the way she does. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of times they delete themselves because they're like embarrassed.
They're like, wow, I'm
at
just a bad person.
Yeah, I just suck at as a person.
Yeah,
And-
they're like, wait, I'm like, I'll never understand it, but good for you, Gigi. I need Riley to be like that, because I
Yes.
need to learn to be able to answer like that,
Yes.
because you just want to lash.
You do want to lash, and I'm a lasher for sure. But you know what? It's awesome because they kind of self-select out, and you know what? They're going to think twice about that next time, because there was this innocent person you made fun of. She responded to why you look like that, or why your face is like that, or why you walk like that, with the reason why, because I have low muscle tone or whatever that situation is. And that person, trying to be
You
mean,
forgot the
ends
other
up
one.
letting things go. What's that?
You forgot the other one.
Which one?
Have extra chromosomes.
Well, and because she has an extra chromosome. That's right. The rocket chromosome. She loves that extra chromosome. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
extra. That's all we
Yes.
were talking about. We say in this house, my kids will say Riley's extra chromosome is the sass chromosome.
Yes, it is.
Sass chromosome.
We all
Don't
need
tell
an extra.
anybody that'll listen that,
Yep.
because she has so much sass.
Yes.
Not
Oh.
me.
No, oh, yeah, not you, Gigi. Not at all. All right, Gigi, do you want to share some of your tips now that we're here?
Sure. Do you see tips?
I did say tips.
Tips!
Woo! She loves to sing her tips. All right, give us your tips, Gigi.
My tips about to be a good sister.
Okay.
Have lots of fun together. Sisters are best friends. Sisters should always help each other. My sister helped me with my makeup today and hair too. So and hair. and don't be mad when your sister steals your clothes.
Oh, do you get mad when she steals your clothes, though?
Yes, a lot.
Okay, well, you just said don't be, so we're going to listen to our own. We got to listen to our own advice.
It's good to share.
It's good to share, yeah.
Be the best cheerleader for each other and to be supportive.
Yep.
have each other's back. Sibling needs to stick together. Always forgive each other when you fight. Finally, love your siblings no matter what.
Yay! Woo!
There
And
you
those
go.
are your tips for being
Those
a good
are
sister.
some really good tips.
And as your sibling, I can
need my
say
kids
that.
to hear that too.
I was gonna say, as your sibling, I think you need to hear it again yourself.
They'll be throwing those in your face later.
Yeah, just like my turtles.
Not to Bella, so
Like your turtles, those things are going to be flying around.
well, not Bella, so.
Not Bella. Yeah, the closest sibling, the one that Bella's 2 years apart. The closest sibling in age is the one probably they fight the most, right?
Yep,
Because they drove to
I
school
hate-
together,
I
right?
hate sharing my
yeah.
clothes.
And you don't like sharing your clothes with her?
Yes.
But you do anyways.
It's a good thing
All
she's
right.
6
Her
inches
size
taller
is
than you.
my size.
Yeah.
So.
Well, do you have anything else before we sign off, girl? It was so awesome meeting you. I'm honestly, as another mama that's out there, I'm just like so blessed and honored to have met you. You are fighting that fight. I remember when Gigi was 3 years old and the feelings that I had, the emotions that were there, and the uncertainty. You know, now I have this amazing girl at 21 years old who's so
almost.
much more than I ever thought she was going to be. But I
Can you
remember.
imagine a world without her?
No, God, no. So,
Never.
yeah, I'm just so grateful, though, that, for all those new moms, like, I just remember what I was going through when she was 3 and how I was trying to advocate and out there fighting. I'm so glad that you're out there
I'm her
continuing
favorite,
that fight.
so.
You are my favorite. She goes, I'm her favorite. So,
Because when we traveled,
What? Because
when
what?
we traveled, I help her.
That's
So-
true. Because when we travel, she helps me. Because
Because she
Gigi,
always gets lost, but I told her it's this way.
yes, I always get lost. Gigi lives in a place that I'm never at, which is the present. I'm always thinking about what I have to do before or what I haven't done. Yeah, so Gigi keeps me grounded. She keeps me in the right place. She tells me, the elevator's over there. Our gate is over there.
Yes.
So, yes, she is my travel companion, and I would be lost without her.
So that's why I'm her favorite.
Oh, so that's why she's my favorite.
Thank you for the clarification. That's-
Not
nice of
Bella,
you.
me.
Not Bella. Okay, Brittany, get off the sibling thing.
gonna
Well,
say.
thank you so much. If there's anything else you want to get out there, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
I really don't think so. Just accept everybody for who they are.
Awesome.
That's
Well,
it. We're all here for acceptance. We all have a place in this world.
yep,
Absolutely.
that's so
Well,
awesome.
thank you so much for just doing everything that you're doing too as a mom. I think it's just amazing what I've seen just on your social and everything that you're doing out there and just spreading the
It's fun
amazing
too. And I'm
message.
like, how's it not fun to make like little videos and
Right?
Absolutely.
the
Everyone
trends are
loves
fun.
them.
I have a 9-year-old daughter who thinks she's 19, so she's like, let's do this, let's do that
Yeah.
with Riley. We'll do a video with Riley. Let's make a Riley reel.
Yes. Nothing better. I know. I look back. I wish, there wasn't social media like that when we did it. It would have been so fun with you guys when you were little. So, anyways,
Oh,
all right.
Riley sees the camera now, and she's just
Ready to
I hold
roll.
the phone in front of her, and she does the pretty face or the,
Learning quick.
like she's something else.
Yeah.
She really is.
I love it.
Well,
All right, girl. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We are so excited to have you. I'm so blessed that we got to be introduced to you and can now be following you. I didn't, Franco finds all these people and lets me know what's going on out there in the world. And it truly was awesome to get to know you. So thank you so much for being on our little something extra and keep on killing it, girl. I can't wait to meet Riley.
Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do with Gigi's Playhouse. I can't wait to go to one.
Yay!
I need to find one
Yes.
close enough to me. I don't think I
was
have
gonna
one.
say we gotta bring one to Boston somehow.
Yes, we'll do it.
We need to get out in the East Coast.
Yep,
over
we
there.
have 58 of them. I know it's crazy. Actually, Franco and I are going to be out there doing some other stuff. So when we get out there, we'll hook you up. Maybe we can meet for coffee or something.
Oh yeah, and let me know. We have a whole bunch of fun friends through the Massachusetts Down Syndrome Congress around here. and-
Awesome. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
All right,
We'll
cool.
definitely be in touch.
All right, girl.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank you
again.
so
Thank
much,
you guys
Jennifer.
so much.
Thanks. Jeeps, say goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody is born with a little something extra, and sometimes they just have to find it. A little something extra is that superpower that every single one of us has inside that motivates us and drives our passion and makes us do the things that we do.
We're all on the same team. Let's think about how we can make that team as inclusive as we can.
For those of you listening to our podcast right now, you can also check out our video podcast at alittlesomethingextrapodcast.org.